In today's video, we're going to take a look at the dollar versus the Canadian dollar as we head into Friday's non-farm payroll. I'll show you a level that I'm interested in buying from, as well as some key targets to keep in mind later this month. I'll also give you an update on the US dollar index, the DXY, as well as WTI, because the dollar CAD does tend to move inversely to oil. Okay, so kicking things off, looking at the 5-day time frame for the dollar CAD. So this is the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, and this is a trend line here from 2021 that I've talked about at length here over the past few weeks, including when the market was trading back here. I was looking for a retest of the level, which we got right there on that candle. And so far, we have seen a nice rally after a lot of consolidation. So the idea recently that I posted was to look for a move back toward 1.337. Now, the market did pull back quite a bit lower than what I was looking for back here on this candle. So this was the area through here where I was looking for a move up here toward this level. And you can see where we did get that over the past 24 hours. However, this candle right here at the end of last month did make trading this pair tricky, but there was also a short-term trend line off of these lows that I posted recently, and the market did hold that as support. So now that the dollar CAD has come into 1.337, that was the short-term target for this market. Where is it likely to go over the next few days, especially as we go into non-farm payroll on Friday? Which, before I go too far, keep in mind that we are likely to see a lot of volatility over the next 24 hours with NFP. But with that said, I do think that we are likely to see this market push higher given where it's trading at the moment, even though it is below resistance. Now, to be clear, this is not a case where you want to short from here. Not financial advice, just my opinion, as is everything in this video and every video I put out. But this is not a case where I'm looking to long the market from here because it is still below resistance. But as we go into NFP, what I'm looking for is a potential pullback down here into this area. And likely, sometime next week. I would like to get into it next week instead of Friday, just because I don't like trading markets or getting into markets ahead of the weekend. But this area down here around 1.33, this is kind of the area I'm looking at for the dollar CAD as we go into next week. So as long as it holds above this, I do think that we could get the bounce from this area down here, break above 1.337 for a run up here at the top of this channel. So you can see that the market has been moving within this descending channel ever since back here in March. So this right here would complete that channel, and that's why I'm looking for higher from this market. Now, there's no guarantee that we do get a pullback toward 1.33, and in which case a close above this area up here, okay, a sustained break above that on the higher time frames would also give us that move back here toward this resistance. Now, let's take a look at two markets that are going to be critical for this pair. And if you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon for notifications. So looking here at the DXY, this is the US dollar index, and this is also a trend line that I've talked about at length over the past few weeks. So you can see that we've got these swing lows down here, and the market is testing that level going into NFP. Now, a lot of people are going to see this and think, okay, short the dollar. But the thing is, like I said earlier, Friday is likely to produce a lot of volatility for the US dollar. And to be honest with you, this is a case where you've got to be really careful getting bearish on the dollar. And I've talked about this at length as well, but if you'll notice, the market did reclaim this area back here between 100.8 and 101.25. So this reclaim on the higher time frame, so we've now had a weekly close above this too, in fact. This right here, the fact that the market was able to reclaim these lows, which were the previous year-to-date lows, this, in my opinion, has been a very bullish sign for the dollar. Furthermore, you can see how sharp this rally has been. And in fact, you could almost make the case for a V bottom, although the market really is just trading sideways. So I wouldn't quite classify it as one. However, as I mentioned recently, including in yesterday's video, the market would have to break above the 103 area. So this is going to be resistance for the dollar. Any sustained break above this, let's say 103 up here, any sustained break above this, we're looking at probably an aggressive rally back here towards some of these highs, as that would represent a significant fake out for the DXY. So this is what's going to be required for a pair like the dollar CAD to move higher. Now, if we see the DXY rotate lower and take out a level like 102 back here, okay, take this out, then this up here becomes the fake out. This resistance is intact, and we're likely to see a pair like the dollar CAD rotate lower. So keep a very close eye on the DXY as we go into NFP on Friday. Like I said, a breakout above 103 would really send this market much higher, and that would be the same for all the major currency pairs as it relates to dollar strength. Now, let's also take a look at WTI oil, because the dollar CAD does tend to move inversely to oil, So once again, looking at the dollar CAD here, just to kind of reiterate, before we look at WTI, we've got the level up here, 1.337 as resistance. We've got this area down here around 1.33 as support. And in fact, before we go on to WTI, I also want to show you this right here on the weekly time frame. This is another reason why I think that this level is going to be critical over the next 24 hours, because we are 1 day away from the weekly close here. And what you can see is that the dollar CAD broke below these lows back here at 1.33 on this candle. Ever since that time, the market has been unable to close a week above it. So even though it's at this short-term resistance right here, 1.33 is really the level to watch as we go into the weekend. I think a close above that on the weekly time frame would be bullish for this pair. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at WTI. But before that, guys, if you are interested in joining us in the members area, I've been there all morning. In fact, that's why I'm actually late getting this video out. So on the website, you can see that we do have this banner up here. If you click on this, it's going to take you to a promo that I'm running right now with my recommended broker, Blueberry Markets. And this only runs through August 10th. So this is a very limited time offer, and this is the only time I'm going to do it. So here's how this works. Through August 10th, if you deposit $100 in a Blueberry Markets account using my link, I'm going to give you lifetime access to our trading group. So plain and simple, deposit, you get lifetime access. And if you place your first trade before August 10th, you're going to be entered to win an Apple Watch Ultra, which is an $800 watch, and also $500 in cash. So see the link in the description here on YouTube, or if you're on the website, scroll down from this video and you will see the link there. I've also placed these banners all over the website, so it's really hard to miss. You can see here at the very top of the website, we've got this banner up here, as well as a banner at the very top. So just come over here, click on the Start Trading, fill out the application, deposit $100 or more. Before August 10th, I'll give you lifetime access to our group. And once again, you will be entered to win an Apple Watch Ultra and also $500 in cash. So see the link in the description here on YouTube, or if you're on the website, scroll down from the video and you will see the link to Blueberry Markets right there. Okay, so let's take a look quickly at WTI here, oil, because the dollar CAD does tend to move inversely to it. So the Canadian dollar tends to have a relationship with oil. And so that's why WTI matters when you're trading a pair like the dollar CAD. So looking here at the daily time frame, this is what I've been watching on WTI for the past few days. We've got this area between 81 and 83 that has been resistance now ever since back here in late 2022. So all of 2023, the market has been trading below this level. You can see we've had some really nice swings from this area. Okay, so with the market trading up here, I have to stay cautiously bearish on WTI as long as it's below 83. Now, if we drill down, here's the key over the next few days. You can see that we do have on the 4-hour time frame, we've got this short-term trend line off of these lows down here, and this was broken yesterday. Now, I mentioned this in the members area right before WTI broke down, so I mentioned it to members right through here. And by the way, I also shorted this market up here at 81.95 yesterday, and I took a bunch of profit down here yesterday. Kind of wish I had taken more given today's bounce, but that is a risk-free trade. I've already taken my profit on this one. I do still have some on those, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I did short it up here. I shared that with members and also talked about the market as it was breaking down through this area. And sure enough, you can see that we did get a retest right here off of this trend line. Okay, so if we move this down right here to the lows, so you can see we've got the lows here, low, the breakdown on this candle, and then the retest. Now, the market looks relatively strong today, and that's because if you'll notice here on the 4-hour, we also have a longer trend line going off of these lows down here, and that's where WTI is bouncing so far today. So this market is going to be critical for a pair like the dollar CAD, just like the DXY will be, and that's because, like I said, it does tend to move inversely to the dollar CAD. So if we get a rotation lower and a break below this trend line down here from WTI for a move down here towards 77 and potentially 75 area over the coming weeks, then that would be bullish for a pair like the dollar CAD. Okay, that would be bullish for this market and give us that move up here toward the top of that channel and potentially a move up here toward 1.365. Now, on the other hand, if we see WTI break above this area up here and then also clear 83, because remember, that's going to be key resistance. If the market can take out these areas and continue to rally, then that would be bearish for the dollar CAD. Okay, so keep an eye on WTI and these levels here to see if we do get that break below this trend line over the next few days, especially with tomorrow's NFP, or if the market can break above 83, because that's going to affect the dollar CAD in the same way that the DXY will and that resistance area around 103. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope it helped. If it did, be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to sign up and deposit with Blueberry Markets before August 10th to get lifetime access to our group and also enter for the chance to win an Apple Watch Ultra and $500 in cash. Trade well out there, be careful with Friday's NFP, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.